Welcome back, everybody. Derrick Soo, your East Oakland advocate. Well, I'm going to talk about our business model, my business model that we're going to build this new aquaculture and vertical uh, uh, farming business here in East Oakland, and we're in the process of acquiring actual property, warehouses, and buildings and open space even. We've been looking at some open spaces right here in East Oakland that are have been empty for a number of years, and they would work out very well. The only thing really slowing down the process are the greedy property owners thinking that their property is worth so much money. And I say that because during the number of years ago, uh, uh, back in 2018, illegal growers started renting and also buying properties here or leasing where the building and the property had a value uh, of over $1 million. Yeah, and most of these properties, weren't worth anywhere near that. In fact, the property here is, in my opinion, barely worth $250,000. Is it needed a lot of cleanup. It's in a poor state of maintenance, and it needs a lot of work. And so asking $1 million is insane. And then we're trying to acquire two more properties, for the aquaculture, and the each of the buildings has a specific function for the overall product and for the welfare of the product. And this is a business that is planning on long term. And the reason why I say we're planning long term is that we uh, want to purchase and own the property, not lease. We are not accepting leases. We do not want leases because that's the problem that everybody runs into. Once your business becomes successful, the greedy landlords start trying to take more and more of your profits, and they raise the rents. Property taxes go up. Here, by owning the property, buying it, you lock in that property value and your foundation costs, your startup costs are set in stone. And so uh, you control the costs, you control everything, and you don't have to worry about, oh, my lease is coming to an end. I wonder how much that landlord is going to raise the lease by. And so that we we deal with that up front. Yes, it's a more expensive way to do it, but here's the plus side. Because we also own the property, it is much easier to get business loans because we own the property, and we have shown credit worthiness in the fact that uh, we purchase a portion of the building on credit, but not a lot. And so there's equity in the property already, so that gives us credibility with getting business credit lines to get things in motion. And so it's a different business model. We're not leveraging our business right from the get go. We are planning long term. If you're planning long term, you have to own the property. You have to control that cost and the overall property where it is. And if somebody else is in control of that, like a landlord or a property management team, uh, you're not in control. I've seen this happen to many longtime businesses where they leveraged themselves out of business, literally, and the property management company kept raising the rents. They couldn't keep up with the times, and especially now with COVID-19 ending. Things are looking good for bars and restaurants here in Oakland, but not so much for anything else. But that's what I wanted to share with you today, and it'll be a successful model because we have uh, uh, deep pockets, we'll say, so that we can plan for the next 5 years our expenses, and by controlling the biggest expense of all, the property and the building, we control that expense, and we can keep prices down and keep uh, from having to raise prices like a lot of businesses have to do because they're leveraged and they have a landlord or a property management team that's constantly raising the rents to insane numbers these days. So thanks for joining me. We'll be right back.